let's get down to some action. What do you guys think? All right. Here we go, you guys. Be our first body weight flow right here. So, if we take a look at the video, we're going to do our hip opener. This is called up to down, and it's our body weight flow number 1. Going to build mobility in the spine and the core. The hands are going to be in a position to provide torque. We actually spin or rotate the hands and screw them into the floor. That's a means of providing torque to the upper body. I dive my chin into the chest, then I come into this position, this up dog, down stretch position, right? And I'm just going to transfer into both of these positions. Here I'm stretching the hip flexors and the chest. Here I'm strengthening them. And this is kind of a very good posture to adopt. That's our body weight flow number 1. We're going to add some mobility to the side body as it's seen here. We're going to use the rotating tissues of the lower body. This is the pike twist to push-up. We all know what the push-up is, but what we maybe don't know is this twist. So I'm in this position, and I'll just pike up. I have a pretty square position. Feet and hands are in line. Adding torque, as you can tell, because that thumb is in that kind of L twisty position. I'm going to reach over and tap my shin. I'd like to tap my foot somewhere low. And I'm going to peer through this window. You'll see my head look right through the gap between my posted arm and that leg. Look through the window. That way we twist that rib cage, keeping the abs tight. Really get a beneficial twist. Good. Good. Here's what we're also going to do is that push-up in between. Just for a little challenge. Body weight flow number 3. I call these the supers. This is working everything that you see on the floor, like you see on me, facing the ceiling. So it's working my back, my rhomboids, my butt, glutes, gastroc. It's strengthening the rhomboids, the traps, the lower traps, while stretching all of the stuff on the other side, namely the chest, right? We're getting some strengthening in the rotator cuffs. We're going to go to one side. We're going to peel one hand off. Then we do this position where we're called a locust position. Or we can do it with hands out, as I demonstrated earlier. These are our supers. We'll alternate to the left, to the right, and now we do the full body. Full body, legs come off. Okay? I'm squeezing through my upper back there. Hands up. Hands to the one side, then to the other. This one's planted. And I go ahead and squeeze with legs off the ground. That was one round of supers. We keep doing that. All of these body weight flows are about a minute long. Body weight flow number 4 is the toe tap to kick through. So I'll tap each foot. I'll stand up and I'll tap the opposite toe before coming back down. I start in that plank position. All I do is bring the hand to the opposite foot. I try to make the transition from ground to standing and standing to ground as smooth as I can. I'm activating my core by twisting. I'm twisting into the movement and not kind of like throwing my foot in the air. Letting that torso dictate how much I twist. And again, I'm trying to make it a smooth transition from floor ground. I can ladder this and add 2 toe taps. I can stand, do the 2 on each side, so I can ladder this and start adding moves every single time. I can add my kick throughs. So I tap and then I kick through before coming to standing again, working the taps. This is the bridge to crunch. It's bodyweight flow number 5. One thing that, it's a pretty basic maneuver. We do 1 hip hinge or bridge. We put the feet back down and we crunch right up right away. Well, why do we do it? We do it to get the hips as active as we can in this frontal plane. So everything that we've been doing has been a lot of rotating. Now we're just kind of going to do a 1 plane kind of move. And what that is that hip goes up and it moves. And then now we're static. Hip does not move. Okay? The lower body does all the work there. And then on the crunch, the front body does all the work. And I add the twist so that I can work the obliques. So this is a very simple move with a lot of benefits. Especially when we ladder the bridge or the crunch. Especially when we do it with a nice equaling tempo. Bodyweight flow number 6 is just a hip up to kick out. So the kick out is what you would call a reverse crunch. I'm going to catch myself in the hip up position. When I come down, my low back is very active on the way down. So is my upper back, and I control it. Once I get my lumbar spine flat on the floor, I start activating my glutes, stretching my hip flexors, and I get those extensors to kick the legs out in front. So again, I'm transferring energy from flexor to extensor, flexor to extensor to flexor to extensor over again.